Hello and welcome to the show. I am Joe Tophat. I recently did a video focusing on the history of the little red-haired girl. In that video, I mentioned the special It's Your First Kiss, Charlie Brown. I didn't say much about that special, other than the fact that it was the first time the little red-haired girl was physically shown, and that she was given the name Heather. The reason why I didn't say much is because I wanted to focus on the little red-haired girl as a character rather than a review of the special. Now I want to give my opinion on what many fans consider to be the worst Peanut special ever. Does it really deserve the reputation it has earned among fans? Or is it misunderstood? Let's find out. The special starts off with the homecoming parade. On one of the floats contains the homecoming queen and her court. Another float contains their escorts. Lettuce and Charlie Brown happen to be among the escorts. Charlie Brown has the good fortune of being the queen's escort. And who is the homecoming queen, you may ask? Why, it's Heather, otherwise known as the little red-haired girl. Not only does Charlie Brown get to dance with her, but he also gets to give her the kiss before a dance. You know, the title of this special should be called You the Man, Charlie Brown. The gang competes in the homecoming football game and lose 21-20. Naturally, it is Charlie Brown's fault they lost the game because he kept missing the football when trying to make a field goal. But the only reason why he missed the football was because Lucy kept pulling it away. But for some strange reason, nobody sees this, and only see that Charlie Brown missed the football. Don't ask me to explain it, folks. Peppermint Patty, Lucy, and Frida heckled Charlie Brown at the homecoming dance. They felt he should have stayed home after his embarrassing performance at the game. You know, guys, you only lost by 1 point. That's better than how Charlie Brown's baseball team usually does. And as for you, Lucy, you have some nerve criticizing Charlie Brown because it is your fault he kept missing the football. And yet not one person blames you. Anyway, the time comes for Charlie Brown and the other escorts to dance with the queen and her princesses. Charlie Brown was feeling very nervous about having to go up to dance with the girl of his dreams, so to calm his nerves, he has a glass of punch. There is a reason why I'm bringing this up, folks. The two go out on the dance floor, and then the moment comes. After so many years of admiring her from a distance, Charlie Brown kisses the little red-haired girl. The next thing you know, he is flying in the sky with his shoes off. Okay, who spiked the punch? Charlie Brown wakes up, making the whole special appear to be a dream, until he talks to Linus, who states that not only did this whole thing happen, but Charlie Brown was the life of the party. Yet Charlie Brown has no memory of it. My head. Boy, Charlie Brown, you got wasted last night. Wait, you mean this whole special actually happened? Yep. So we actually got to see what the little red-haired girl looks like? Yep. And I got to dance with her? Yep. And I got to kiss her? Yep. Wow, this is great! And you exposed yourself to her. I did what? Okay, seriously, who spiked the punch? It's Your First Kiss, Charlie Brown suffers from two problems. The first one is how bizarre the ending is. How did Charlie Brown kissing Heather lead to this trippy segment and him not having any memory of what happened. This is why I kept doing the joke about spiking the punch, because he had a cup of punch before he went out to dance. So, that's the only thing I can think of is why he didn't remember what happened. The second problem with this special is how mean-spirited it is. Lucy pulling away the football while Charlie Brown tries to kick it is a classic Peanuts gag, but it's usually done one time, and not during an important football game. Here, she does it 4 times at the homecoming game, and yet nobody, not even Linus, places the blame on her when they lose. Everybody just picks on them for no reason. Even Peppermint Patty, who is normally nicer to Charlie Brown than most of the girls, is unbelievably nasty towards him. I mean, usually the girls who pick on Charlie Brown are Lucy, Patty, and Violet, and Frida. But normally, Peppermint Patty doesn't do that. Here, she's just plain nasty. In fact, there was so much outrage over how much blame Charlie Brown gets that Bill Melendez actually edited out a couple lines that Peppermint Patty says to him after he fails to kick the football. In specials like Charlie Brown All-Stars, the team has every right to be angry with Charlie Brown because losing the game was his fault. But here, it's not his fault, and yet everybody acts like it is. So, does It's Your First Kiss Charlie Brown deserve to be among the worst Peanuts specials? Honestly, I can see why so many people don't like it, but I personally thought it was okay. It definitely has a lot of problems. The rather weird ending and the mean-spiritedness among them. I actually kind of like the fact that we got to see what the little red-haired girl looks like, and that she actually has a name. I know a lot of fans, including Charles Schulz, didn't like that, but it's actually kind of nice to see what she might have looked like. And I also like the fact that she is nowhere near as nasty as everybody else was. I mean, she clearly saw what had happened, but she never harped on Charlie Brown for any of that. She actually looks kind of happy to get a kiss from him. It would have been kind of nice if she was given dialogue in this special, because I would have loved to have heard her say to Charlie Brown, "It wasn't your fault." Meaning that she was the only one who would have acknowledged that he wasn't to blame for the game's loss. And I also like seeing Snoopy as a helicopter, and I find it amusing that the crowd was cheering for him during the game, even though he wasn't playing. So, It's Your First Kiss Charlie Brown is a special that has a lot of issues, but I've seen worse. Anyway, that's all I have to say about it. Let me know in the comments section what you guys think, and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you later.